I was walking around in my new Ham's Bear sweatshirt, and all I could think of was thank you.
Feeling all superior.
No, I was feeling gratitude.
Well, that's good. Gratitude's a good thing.
Yeah. I was grateful that all of you people listen to this so that I can afford something so pricey as a sweatshirt with a really old logo that I used to know the song to, From the Land of Sky. Anyway.
I knew the son of the man who wrote that.
Really?
Yep. And he sold it to Hams for $300.
Which was probably a great deal at the time.
Maybe.
All I remember is From the Land of Sky Blue Waters, comes the beer refreshing, comes the beer refreshing, Hams. And all through most of the song, the bear would be doing silly things.
Yes.
So anyway, I want to thank you for allowing me to purchase this sweatshirt just by listening, watching, liking, following, subscribing to this.
Yeah, the money we've made on it paid for almost half of it.
No. No, well, maybe close to half. Anyway, thank you. We do actually appreciate you, despite the fact that
we're idiots.
Yeah. So if you'd like to, spread the joy and let more people know that I'm wearing a Ham's Bear sweatshirt, have your friends and family like, follow, or subscribe to This Is True Really News too. Please, we're at all the favorite podcast outlets.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
UK club football, known here as soccer.
So it'd be club soccer then?
Yes. Okay. Addy Bunn, 53.
Huh?
Addy Bunn, that's his name, A-D-I.
I believe you.
B-U-N-N. Would tell you he made, 60 to 70 saves in a recent soccer match.
Huh?
Yes, 60 to 70 saves.
So he's like a hockey goaltender in Princeton.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. He was getting shelled.
Wow.
Bunn was playing for Sawtry Reserves Football Club after his center back son, Archie, 17, pulled out following his virus jab. So Arch didn't do so well when he finally got his jab. The team's in the 5th division of the Peterborough and District Football League was also missing its goalkeeper as he was at university opening day. Sawtry could only field 8 players, including manager Dave May. But, and here's the lesson, they refused to cancel the game versus the hated Peterborough Rangers, even though by halftime they were down 19-0. Because
did one of the other players have 16 goals? Because they're going to rake him over the coals.
The end result meant that on average, there was a goal every 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
See, now that would make soccer exciting.
The final score?
Yeah.
40-0.
So it was like a bad football game.
Boy,
American football game.
Yet Mr. Bunn said it hasn't dented his confidence. We never gave up and avoided a 60-pound fine by refusing to play.
How old is he? Because I think dementia may be setting in.
He's in his 40s.
Oh, well, maybe early onset because, dude.
Now, here's the problem. With about 20 minutes to go, 2 players were injured, so we were down to 6.
Why am I thinking the first year Clem Haskins coached the Gopher basketball team? Remember that? They had like 8 guys on the team. And at one point, they were playing with only 4 healthy ones on the court.
Oh, it was one of those days when everything that could go wrong did go wrong. According to the team manager, the only positives were that none of my players moaned, the sun was shining, and at least the score didn't get to 50. See, that's how you deal with a drubbing. This is how you contend with a drubbing.
I tend to be reasonably optimistic.
Yeah.
I can't get there.
No.
Not there.
Well, you show up with 8 players against 11. You
didn't make it to 50. No one died either, so I suppose.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just great. Your turn.
So Pennsylvania prosecutors have dropped a theft charge against a man who underpaid for a bottle of Mountain Dew by 43 cents. Wait for it.
Seriously.
Wait for it. Prosecutors in Perry County dropped the felony theft charge.
How is a felony at 43 cents? I'm sorry.
Hang on.
Just shut up.
You are like my wife. You've seen this before. What happens next? Wait, don't tell me. Women. Can't live with them. Hard to be heterosexual without him. Where was I now? They dropped the felony theft charge this month against 38-year-old Joseph Sobolewski. Sobolewski? No, Sobolewski. Downgraded another charge, according to Patriot News. In August, Mr. Sobolewski went into an Exxon in Duncannon and saw a sign advertising 2 20-ounce Mountain Dew bottles for $3. He took one bottle, slapped down $2 on the counter for what he thought was a $1.50 soda, and walked out, not realizing that the clever people in the sales department did not apply the discount to a single bottle. You had to buy 2. So it actually cost $2.29. So including tax, it was $2.43. State police found him and arrested him on a felony theft charge.
How do you get to a felony there?
No idea.
There was no weapon.
Nope.
There, and it was 43 cents.
The whole thing wasn't $3. Where does the anyway? State police found him, arrested him on the felony charge. A judge ordered him held a $50,000 cash only bond. So you guessed it, he was in jail for 7 days before a public defender finally argued for his release. Something broken. Sobolewski had twice in the past 10 years been charged with theft. Once for not paying for a tank of gas. Boy, you do that now, that is a felony. Because they have different grades now: arm, leg, soul.
I'd like a soul's worth of gasoline, please.
Another time, that's
sign here.
My stupid little truck, $42.83.
Yeah, it was almost $40 for mine.
Wow. Where was I now? Oh, didn't pay once. He didn't pay for a tank of gas. Once he stole a pair of shoes from a store.
Okay.
So under Pennsylvania's, here you go, 3-strike law. Third theft charge must be a felony regardless of the amount or value involved.
You know, this whole tough on crime thing is idiotic.
I like tough on crime. This is stupid.
Right.
There's a difference between tough and stupid.
Moronic.
It's like, you know, people doing, remember the Reagan era when drug smugglers could get up to life in prison?
Yep.
So, okay, bad thing, I get it. Affects many, bad thing, I get it. But life?
Yeah. Seems a little harsh.
District Attorney Andrew Bender didn't answer calls or emails from the newspaper. I wouldn't either. Mr. Sobolewski didn't return messages either. Although Sobolewski did tell the newspaper it was great news the felony had been dismissed. I feel I was treated unequally because I had a record. See, sir, if you'd keep your mouth shut, you'd be better off. The newspaper previously reported that Sobolewski had been charged with theft in Cumberland County earlier in the summer on suspicion of trying to take items from a Hobby Lobby with his wife. Oh, for that, by the way, the bail was $2,000.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Nothing adds up here. He's applying for a diversion program. I'll bet.
Good for him.
Good luck.
So if you're going to rob a bank, think it through. Let me repeat that. If you're going to rob a bank.
Hang on.
Yeah, you need a.
Going to rob.
Through.
Hang on, bank.
Sorry. Think through
it through.
Yes. Because a 40-year-old man from Illinois walked into a bank.
Maybe it's 40-year-olds, dude.
Handed the cashier a threatening note that read, "Be quick, be quiet. Give your cash or I'll shoot."
It doesn't even rhyme.
The bank teller handed him $400. But the thief had overlooked the fact that his message was scribbled on a piece of his payslip.
On a what?
On a piece of his payslip.
Did the piece of the payslip have his name or anything on it?
Well, detectives found the other half of the payslip outside the bank.
I'm an idiot and I'm okay.
Complete
I'll
with
be
the bank
in jail by
robbers.
the end of the day.
Along with his name and address. Cops were waiting for him when he got home.
Oh, dude. The least you could have done is not give him the other half. That would have taken him like a day to figure out that.
More than a day.
This way, they pretty much looked at it and go, should we go get him now, or do you want to have lunch and we'll go?
We'll just pick him up when we need to.
Wow.
End of shift. It'll give us something to do.
So.
We're done. That was 4.
No. Who teased?
You're right. Am I the dumbest human being on earth?
No, but you're top 5.
Thank you.
Sure.
Go ahead,
And,
Tone.
well, actually, two of the others are dead, so you'd be top three. A woman, top three living dumbest people on earth. A woman pretended she owned a Southern California home so a locksmith would make her new keys.
Okay, people have done that before.
And of course, police then would end up locking her up. Officers arrested the 43-year-old woman on suspicion of burglary in Coronado, a resort city across the bay from San Diego.
Oh,
Nice area.
I've heard of Coronado.
Didn't have rich Corinthian leather? Sorry.
Corinth is famous for its leather.
Is it? The brazen... Well, according to Ricardo Montalban. The Brazilian burglary was foiled when the real homeowner called Coronado police and said her neighbor noticed suspicious activity at her house. The homeowner, you see, was out of town, but the neighbors saw the home's lights being turned on and off. Okay, first of all, if you're going to be a crook and you're going to try and like squat in the house, don't be playing with the lights, you idiot.
At night, especially, people notice.
Yeah. No, not even during the day, because that's just stupid. So officers arrived, and the neighbor, a relative of the homeowner, gave them the spare key. But now it didn't fit the front door's lock. And metal shavings and pieces of an old lock were found on the ground nearby. So I'll give you 3 points for being slightly clever. As police walked around the home, they saw the back doors open, a fireplace turned on, and music played. After they called for a helicopter and a canine unit, officers saw someone moving about on the second floor in what was supposed to be an empty house with only one spare key.
Maybe it was a ghost.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's almost Halloween-y. Police called out to the person inside, came out a couple minutes later, the woman claiming there were 2 kids in the house. So police searched the house. Nada. The woman told police the home was hers and she'd called a locksmith earlier to change the front door's locks. No.
Nice try.
No word as to whether they made the burglar give up the spare key, though. I'm guessing.
Listen, when you get out, you may want to stop by just to apologize.
I'm thinking maybe when you get out, you might want to try a different career.
Well, there we go. This one isn't good. And the lying, she's a horrible liar.
Apparently. You got to be a little quicker on your feet thinking on things.
Things they can check on quickly, like, oh, there's other people in the house, or I own this house.
I mean,
that's pretty easy to find out.
Right now, other thieves around the world that listen to us are going, what an idiot.
This one's a moron.
Actually, there are 2 idiots going, what an idiot. What does that tell you?
Well, idiots of the world are getting a bad name because of her.
Exactly.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.